Open tabs, margin notes, highlighter, bleed through quotes, research mind, steady eye, patterns only she can note. I-95, whispering under wheel, skyline, afterglow, 2 states, packed rooms, quiet minds that know, no sign needed out front. They circle to a voice, questions rise before she starts, curiosity by choice. She pivots mid-lecture, checks who's leaning in close. Say the part you skip out loud, that's where the learning goes. Heads home with the speakers up, Biggie in the background, mind still mapping theories while the city slows down. She teaches the why behind the crime, the hurt behind the face, Philly in her backbone, psychology in her grace. Don't let the hype fool you, she stands 10 stories tall. She don't just teach the lesson, she teaches you through it all. Late nights with case files open, notes in the margin glow. She's showing you your story's roots, so you can choose where to go. Yeah. Biggie quotes inside the slides, right next to coping skills. Spread love between the lines of how a nervous system feels. Long days, quiet grit, humor in the punchlines. You are more than this moment, written 10 times, old assessments in a folder, ink dust on the sleeve. She can map anxious attachment before you know you grieve. 1 foot in Jersey lecture halls, 1 on the Philly street. Home is where she learned to fight, classes where we don't repeat. Grown kids texting check-ins, pride she doesn't post. She teaches minds all day, then goes in mother's most. Case files, true crime, mind behind the scenes. She doesn't tell you what they did, she shows you what it means. Your story is not your diagnosis. You are allowed to rewrite it.
Hi guys. Hi everyone. Oh, I think I'm on. Alright, so it doesn't look like I have the best video and stuff today, so I do apologize. But it is what it is. What's up, Coffee? How you doing? How you guys doing? So, I would have been live a few minutes earlier, or maybe like a half hour earlier, but my cousin needed a ride home. So, I drove her home. Hi guys, come on in. Look, I have my shirt on. Cuff you. I have your shirt with me. It's done. All of your shirts are done. Hi, just call me Heidi and Fancy Nancy. Well, my girls are coming in. Let's see. Let me lower this so I can put this on. There we go. That way I can see your comments. We're going to do it a little improv tonight. Hello everyone. Cuffy's excited, so am I. Okay, let's see who's here. Let me put this on all messages. There we go. Hi, just call me Heidi. That's so weird. Fancy Nancy, you're not on this one, but you're on that one. That's weird. Hi, Fancy. Oh, look at that. Hi, Fancy Nancy. Now I see you. Oh, it's going to let me redeem a jewel because I'm live on my other ones. Are ready? Let's start me off tonight with a star. Ooh, I got a star. I got a star. I'm in a goofy mood. Actually, let me be honest with you guys. I've been having a hard time lately. We're not going to cry. But just know that when I'm not here, that like many of you, I also struggle sometimes. And I've been struggling a little bit. But anyway, I'm here. Oh no, please don't mess up tonight. My computer wants to act funny. Hopefully it'll all be good. Hold on, let me fix this. Alright, I think I fixed it. Let me pull up some jail calls for Mackenzie Shirilla. I could always get down with a jail call. Oh wait, actually, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this down. Oh my god, what about that picture of Casey? That was so funny. Our friend Casey's having a sleep study. And she sent a picture in Discord and it made my night. I was like, Casey girl, what are you doing? Alright, let's try this and see if it works. I think it's gonna work. Alright, let me try that again. I know you're not supposed to do that, but I did. Here we go, and there it is. Alright, here we go. Let's go to my jail calls. Let's see. I have so many things in here. You know what I found, you guys, that I didn't have? Well, I had it. I just didn't know I had it. Do you guys remember this? Let's do this first. Alright, hold on. Let me connect you guys, and then we'll chat. Alright, let me hit share. And it's going to be... Oh, I guess I have to pull it up first. Alright, let's see. And then I'll see what everyone's doing. Oh, it's still loading, that's why. We're still loading, you guys. Come on. Everything's taking forever. Alright, I should just have patience. Patience is a virtue. So how's everyone doing while I'm having patience? Are we all good? Alright, let's see if it shares it now. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Fingers crossed. I think we're good, but let's see. Alright, let me try this again. Here we go. I see it now.
Like before, you lied. You lied and said you would never lie.
Pause. It came up. I just have to pause that. Alright, so we have it. So you guys, this first call right here, welcome in everyone. Oh, it's right here. I have it. I just took me off the thing for a sec. But, so you guys know, we are about to listen. We're going to see it too, because you could see a little bit of it. But it is, oh my God. Hold on. I just definitely X'd it out by accident. That was so dumb. But here, it's coming back right now. That was less than smart. Alright, here we go. How's everybody's weekend? Did you just hear what I said? Weekdays going. It's the end of a Monday. Hopefully you guys are all good. Here we go.
You would never lock me out of the house again. That is why we got back together last time we broke up. But I forgot. You broke up with me earlier. Because you were a little fucking weak bitch.
Okay, so let me just give you guys a little briefing of what this is real quick. So this is about, I do have the date of it. I want to say that, well, not that I want to say, I could tell you. This is the month before, so it's within a few weeks of the crash. And what had happened was, Mrs. Russo, Dominic's mom, after the fact, she went to Dominic's house, and she saw a cell phone there that she had retrieved. That was a friend of his that had done time, I believe it was, and for whatever reason left his cell phone, or it was just a friend of Dom's, let's just say it that much. And the guy came back for his phone or whatever, they went to retrieve the phone, and the guy contacts Miss Russo and says, I have these 3 video messages on the cell phone that Dom taped of Mackenzie flipping out. So let's listen to it, because I think that this does a good job of showing us right before the crash the relationship between Dom and Mackenzie. And we hear things like her dad telling us that they don't have a toxic relationship, and they were going to get married, and she even tells us on the crash that if they're still together today, they would have been married and having children and da. PSA: if your relationship resembles anything like this, do not hurt yourself and the other person by continuing it, and you'll see what I mean.
Broke up with me earlier. You broke up with me earlier.
This is your last chance to open the door, or you are not coming out of this house all night, because I will not leave you.
You literally broke up with me earlier, like what's the point of trying to, like, you broke up with me, like, earlier, like, what
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. That's like, I did. You really said that shit. Like, you really broke up with me earlier. Like, what are you trying to make? Like, why did I just let you in my house? Like, you broke up with me. You're threatening to break my shit. Like, you're threatening to key my car. Threatening to break
I
the
will key your
doors.
car
Like,
if you do not let me in the house.
you're gonna key my car if I don't
If
let
you
you.
don't let me in the house, yes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know, so just let me in the house.
No. Like, why can't you just be like calm with for a second? And I feel
I
comfortable
am
letting you in
calm.
the
I
house.
am calm. I don't think you get to decide that with your fucking weird ass,
You
like,
really threatening
trauma
you
problems.
really threatening to fucking key my car and shit. What else you threatening?
John, I'm gonna give you one last chance to open the door. I'm gonna leave and do what I said I was gonna do.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna give you one last chance.
Okay, let me stop this for 1 second. I want you guys to notice this. I think that it is important for us to remember that we know that Dom knows that he's taping this, right? I want you guys to keep that in mind, and let me tell you why. There's parts of this towards the end where he'll whistle a little bit. So you almost get that, like, he's egging on the situation, knowing that he's taping it. And you'll see what I mean by that, nonetheless. She speaks to him so disrespectful and so demasculinizing, in my opinion, that he obviously felt that he should tape it, I guess, to either play it back for her at a later date, to remind himself at a later date, so on and so forth.
Kenzie, look, let me go to dinner.
No.
You can let me go to dinner, then I can let you come over later.
No, you're not. I'm coming to dinner too. I'm coming to dinner too.
Why? You should have told me you wanted to come.
You fucking retard. She already put me on the reservation, so fucking open the door, you dumbass. Like, open
Alright,
the door.
let's just go next door then.
No, we're not going next door.
No, it's not letting you hit the house.
We need to talk first now. Because you just, like, betrayed me.
Alright, we can talk outside. Here, cut it out. Don't try to cut it.
Okay, so like right there, you guys. He says, I'm coming out, don't try. Oh, do we have an echo? Okay, we could have had an echo cuff you because I think I had my mic on. So let me know if there's still an echo after that. I think I fixed it. But let me know. She is very controlling. Fancy Nancy says maybe he was worried she would do something. So that I totally hear you. And she's literally telling us she's going to do something here, right? Like she tells him, open the door or I'm going to key your car. And I do think it's interesting though that he says, all right, I'm going to come outside. Don't try to come in. Right? So that's interesting. What's up, Tony? Welcome in, you guys. Okay, so she just said 5, 4. That's one thing, not one thing, but you'll see this often with her. She moves the goalpost all the time, in my opinion. So she'll be like, if you don't open the door in 10 seconds, and then she'll be like, if you don't open the door in 20 seconds, if it's 5 minutes by the time we get off this phone, if it's 10 minutes by the time we get off this phone. So she's always moving the goalpost, and I wish he was able to say to her, like, that he was able to say something there. Okay, this is going to be the second of 3. Matthew, 100%. Matthew said that, oh wait, where was it? Matthew said he's using a friend's phone to record this. He knew he needed proof of how she acts or talks. I agree with you. Let me ask you guys a question. Put a 1 in chat if you've ever felt that you've had to record somebody for the same reason. So put a 1 in chat if you've ever had to record somebody or felt like, and again, I think it's important for us to remember that DV isn't just physical. Okay, so in my family violence class, we always talk about, like, I don't even think that people realize, even including me. I mean, I've been teaching for years, but it wasn't until I really dove into my family violence course that I even realized that silence is often abuse. So I don't think that, I think when we hear that word, we think of the usual things, right? So we think of physical, we even think of emotional often, sexual. There's many different types, right? But even things like silence, which is the opposite of what we have here. But I want people to know that this comes in many shapes and sizes and that it's not just a one-way thing. I would consider this DV, in my opinion. So let's keep listening and let me know if we still have an echo.
I'm joking. You think I'm joking. You think I'm joking. Like, I'm dead ass.
What? What are you dead ass about?
Okay, I'm gonna give you one last chance to open the door.
So, Harlot, I was saying if put a 1 in chat, which we have quite a few, if you've ever felt like you've had to record an ex for whatever reason. So if you felt like you had to record them to let them hear it at a later date, if you had to record it to have evidence of some sort because you were afraid. So just if you've ever, I have to say, I feel blessed. I've never, ever felt like I've had to record like my husband or anything. So I do feel blessed. There's plenty of things that I understand as far as like being able to relate to. And this is one where thank God I haven't had to do that. And I hope I never have to. But I guess this could even be with a friend too. It doesn't even have to just be a lover. I think of lover, but I mean, there's plenty of people that have abusive friends, abusive parents, siblings, so on and so forth. There's so many more ones than I can even tell you. Like, I wouldn't have guessed that this many people have had to do this. So why is that so interesting to me? Because that just tells me that there's that many people out there that can identify with Dom in this moment. So whether or not, you've had to do this personally, most of us at some point understand what it's like to have somebody speak to us in a horrible way like this. But when it's somebody that offers your sense of love as well, that's where it really gets messy.
Kenzie, I can't open the door. I can't sit here and fight. I'm like, we gotta go to dinner. If I can see my grandparents, like I can't
You're
sit.
not going to dinner if you don't open the door. I'm gonna let you know that right now.
Then what would happen? What are you trying to
I
say?
told you what happened. You're not coming to dinner. You're not going to dinner.
What do you mean?
You know exactly what I mean. It doesn't, you don't know exactly what I mean. You're gonna come open this door right now, or there's gonna be a serious fucking problem.
I can't. No, you can't keep making all these threats. I can't open
You
the door.
keep kicking out me out of the place that you stay in my home.
Kenzie, I didn't kick you out. You took all your shit and did. And said we were done.
I did not say we are done. Done? Okay, ready? I'm gonna count to 10. The door's gonna open, okay?
Okay, so how important is that, you guys? So she did take all of her shit. She didn't say, no, I didn't take all of my shit, right? That's not what she said. What she said here was, I didn't say we're done. And I think about that in the sense that by taking her stuff, that was her way to obviously make a statement. But the fact that she's now saying, no, I didn't say we're done, that's interesting, because when somebody takes their stuff, especially if they've been calling your house their home for this long, I mean, isn't that what that means?
You're gonna open the door. Stop hiding behind the door. Like a little fucking bitch. Ready? 1, 2, 3,
I can't open the door.
4. Okay, I'm gonna break something, right?
Thank you for the sub.
Why would you break something? Why? What are you trying to break?
Okay, open the door.
What are you trying to break?
Open the door. I'm gonna give you, if this phone call takes 5 minutes, we're breaking up.
Kenzie, I can't do this shit right now. You can't sit here and fight like.
Okay, well, you're not going to
Okay,
dinner.
well, step away from the door. Maybe I can come outside and talk for a second.
No, we're not fighting outside. You're gonna open the door right now.
Why are we
You have
fighting
1
outside?
minute now,
Look,
actually.
right now my mom's trying to call me. Like, I got.
No, if you hang up on me, we're done. I'm leaving.
Kenzie, there's nothing I can do. Like, I can't. I'm
There
not,
is. Stop being a little bitch.
I can't let you in my house with how you're acting. Like, it's as simple as that. Like, there's no way. There's no way I should. Like,
I'm gonna break the handle off.
huh?
I'm just gonna break the handle off. It's already moving.
Fucking break the lock. Like, you're really gonna break into my house?
Yes, I will. I will break into my house. You're right. I will break into it.
It's not your house. It's my house.
It is. Dom, now open the door. Now open the door. You have 30 seconds left on the phone call to open the door. We're done.
Mackenzie, I really don't think I can.
If
I don't
you
think.
can't open the door, then you can't be in a relationship with me.
Kenzie, you're threatening to break shit out. You're like, oh, I'm gonna break the glass and shit. You're threatening crazy shit
You
like that.
have 10 seconds to open this door or we are broken up.
Kenzie, I really don't think I can. Like, why can't we just do this shit? Like, why can't we
We're
just do
not
this
doing it
later?
later because I'm coming to dinner. You have 5 seconds to open the
Well,
door.
you want to come to dinner with us? You want to come to dinner with us? Is that what you're saying?
Open the door right now.
You can come to dinner with us if you want.
Open the door.
Okay, so real quick, you guys, I want to know in chat, like as I'm reading, is he egging her on here by saying like, oh, you want to go to dinner with us? Like, why didn't you just say you want to go to dinner with us? I'm not saying does that make it right. That's not my thing here. I'm just saying, would you consider this egging it on? Let me know what you think.
Kenzie, if you want, you can come to dinner with us.
Stop, if you don't open the door, I'm keying your car.
Why the fuck would you team up? Why? Are you?
Okay, you have 30 seconds or I'm gonna do it.
Kenzie, do not team up. Do not do anything to my car.
So that is so interesting. Hi, Andrea. Andrea says, no, he's trying to avoid conflict. He's trying to calm her down. That's interesting. Oh, well, somebody else said it too. This chaos is normal to them. What a great, well, you're right. What a great point, right? So I think that that's important because you're right, you guys. I think that this is has become so normalized that, like to many of us, we're listening to it like, what the heck? But to a lot of people, I mean, once chaos becomes normalized, then there you go. Oh, thank you for putting this up here. Cuff, you put up Dom and Davion's law. So if you guys want, please go sign that. Oh, wow. So we have a few people in here that have dealt with narcissist as far as their lover of whatever sort, whether it be boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, you know, any of the things. So that's one of the patterns that I'm noticing here is that many of you have lived with, or rather, dealt with in some way, a narcissist. So that's interesting. There's a lot of narcissistic abuse in relationships, so we'll have to do a stream just on that. But I have a lot of things that I've done on narcissism before. Maybe we'll look at something after these. this is the part I was talking about before where he whistles. Does anybody think that, like, I get the calming her down thing, but why do you think he's whistling here? Do you think it's just that there's a pause here and they're not talking, so it's like a breach of silence? I agree. She knows what to say to get him outside.
I need to call my mom back there.
Alright, is the door unlocked? I'm about to test it.
No, Kenzie, it's not wrong. Then why are you acting like this?
Dom, I'm gonna give you one last second or I'm gonna have to key your car.
Why? Why would that ever be like an option?
We're broken up if you don't let me in the house. I'm breaking up. I will break up with you. I'm going to break up with you if you do not open this fucking door.
You just took all your shit and left. I thought like you didn't want to be here.
Okay, I'm gonna break into your house.
Dude, what the actual fuck?
Well, I just broke your fucking key thing, so that sucks.
What key thing?
I don't know, you're gonna have to open the door to see it, because that's where it's fucked up from the outside, you fucking dick.
Okay.
Now open the door.
No. Like you're not, like you're really saying you're breaking shit and stuff, like you're not coming in
Yeah,
my
I
house.
will break shit. I will break shit. Do I have to, like, call the police?
Why? Why would you call the
Do I have to
police?
call the police, or you're not gonna let me into my house?
This is not your house. I'm calling my mom. I'm calling my
No,
mom.
you're not. No,
Yes,
you're
I
not.
am. I'm calling you. You're not doing this.
Then we're gonna break up. Then
This
we're
is
done.
my house. You
Then
don't.
we are done. If you do not let me in the house that I sleep in every night, we are done.
Kenzie, I
If
can't
this
let you in
phone
the house.
call is 10 minutes and I'm not in the house, then we're done.
No, Kenzie. No, Kenzie. I'm calling my mom. Goodbye.
No, you're not.
So, one, she says, no, you're not, which I think is interesting. I would love to know. Oh, does that say mom? I would love to know if he ever calls his mom in this case. Harlot says the Son of Sam laws were struck down as unconstitutional. They're still in the books in some places, but now they pretty much only notify victims that the convict is making money so they can sue for it, which is why I think it's important for all of us to sign for that law so that we can fix it. Let's see. When I heard Christine, says Harlot, when I heard Christine talk about Dom and Davion's law, she was talking about it like the Son of Sam laws, but going further for, oh, so Harlot, so Harlot, are you suggesting that like something altogether different has to be done? Because, I mean, I don't know if that's what you're suggesting, but what I'm saying is, if that's right, which I'm sure it is, then what you're saying is that a lot of it is pushed over now or chalked off as unconstitutional, which I'm wondering if that's because, you know, I guess people have the right to try to support themselves. Is that why? I'm not telling people, I'm asking, is that why? It's been, you know, ruled as unconstitutional in many places. My other thing is this: how would a law like this, so a law like the Dom and Davion's law, how would that affect people like content creators who have done time in jail that come out? I mean, I don't know if any of you have ever tried to apply for a job, but we've all seen on job applications that question, have you ever been convicted of a felony, right? So it's already hard enough for people with felonies to get jobs to support themselves once they get out of jail. So let's say you have somebody like, let's just say, bougie behind bars, right? There goes one of the people that did time with Mackenzie, or even the girl that she dated while she was there, or even some of the people from like YouTube streets and stuff like that. In that case, would that affect them? Or would it just be if you're talking about your victim? I wonder if these laws specify for that. because I don't know how a law would be passed that wouldn't allow you to make money to try to support yourself after coming out of prison, on the one hand. But on the other hand, I also see why a victim might not want somebody to profit off of that. You know what I think of when I think of this, you guys? Do you guys remember the book, If I Did It? The OJ book? And the Goldmans were able to sue OJ for the book rights, and he still had to publish the book. Or no, that's not what it was. They sued and won, and then the Goldmans published the book and crossed out the word if, so that it just appears to be like, I did it. The word if still in the book. I have it at home somewhere. And I just remember I bought the book, and I remember going right to the chapter where he was talking about if he did it type thing. So that was interesting. But I believe that the Goldmans were the ones that got, and Nicole Brown Simpson, I believe they were the ones that profited off of that book, which I would be fine with, right? Like, if you're going to make money, you know, the victim should be able to sue if it's their story, especially. But what do you guys, does anybody know anything more about that? Like, what would happen to people that maybe have turned their life around? Now they're working for themselves, maybe as a content creator, or, you know, what, even like a true crime content creator, would that be too close for comfort? Like, where would the line stop, and how would that look? And I'm not saying this to be controversial. This is really things that are going to have to be worked out when something like this is, you know, up for discussion of some sort. So I'm going to put on this third recording. This is the last of the 3. And this one I'm going to talk over for a little bit, because there's really, you're going to see, there's nothing here for a while. So it's just going to sound like silence. It's not necessarily silence. What's happening is nothing right now. So nobody is near the phone. But we're going to see at some point as I talk, you're going to hear them come in. It's towards the end, so I probably could skip forward a little bit. Yeah, I could skip forward. But you're going to hear them come in. So let's listen for it. It'll be here any second. And you hear the very end of the phone call. And with the end of the phone call, you'll hear her say, I lied. So there you go. So let's see what you guys are saying here. I don't know if anything can be done at all based on the original laws being struck down. That's interesting. Okay. And Fancy Nancy says, I signed the petition. It's really important to sign this because of social media. The laws need to be revised. So I guess what Harlot's saying is, if they've been struck down, right, how's that going to stand up in a court of law? Harlot says, it feels like making money off stuff should be separate from free speech laws. But I guess when you start really thinking about it, it gets complicated down the line. And that's where, you know, I agree with that. Let's see. So Matt says, Christine wants to update the Son of Sam law to include modern media such as YouTube, Twitter, etc., since the Son of Sam law was written for movies and books. Obviously a different era in time. So this is the thing, Matt. If what Harlot is saying, right, if we take that, then that's saying that there's so many states already that have struck down the Son of Sam law. And if the Son of Sam law has been struck down in specific states, for example, let's just say it's been struck down in specific states, right? In the states that it has been struck down, what would this petition, how could it be written so that it makes a difference? You know what I mean? Just Call Me Heidi says, I feel like I would hate, oh, I agree. I feel like I would hate for anyone to talk about someone in my family that was harmed, especially if it were my children. Amen to that. I couldn't agree with that more. I can't say that I disagree with that. All right, so it's still going. It should be any second. I don't want to skip forward any, because if I skip forward 30 seconds, it'll skip it. So any second you're going to hear Mackenzie and Tom. They're going to walk in, which tells me that he went outside. And then they wind up walking back into the house together. And I want you to listen for her saying something along the lines of, I lied. And he's going to say something like, I lied. You lied about what? And something about, I think, a phone charger. So let's see. It should be any second. There's 40 seconds left in the entire call, so it's coming up any second. And I have to hold my microphone today because I have nothing to put it on, so that's why I look goofy with my microphone in my hand. Harlot says, only a few states had tried to enact them. Really, Harlot? Or maybe a bunch, but not all. I'm going to have to look that up. Oh, here it goes.
Giving an L. You are an L. And I lied.
What? Would you lie about? You heard the phone charger?
So let's hear that part again. It should be right now.
Giving an L. You are an L. And I lied.
What? Would you lie about? You heard the phone charger?
I wish he would have kept that on so I could have heard what they were really talking about. But here, you guys, why do I think that part's so important? A lot of times when people show this tape or let us hear this tape, the problem is they let us hear the first two of the three. And the problem there is a lot of people don't listen to that last call because the call goes on for like 5 minutes. And it's not until the last like 20 seconds that you even hear anything. However, I think it's an important thing to listen for because she degrades him again in those very few seconds. And so she not only degrades him, but she admits to lying more than once. And that says to me, why would you say that you were lying more than once? Well, that just says to me that she didn't get a reaction from him the first time she said it. So she says it again until he finally says, well, what are you lying about? So I thought that was interesting. That she gets into the house and then admits that she pretty much manipulated to get into the house. So it's like, what the heck? Harlot says, I think it was actually the U.S. Supreme Court that struck them down. Now that would be an issue, Harlot. If the United States Supreme Court struck it down, then that means no states. Right? Wouldn't that mean that no states could do that? Only a few states had tried to enact them. Or maybe a bunch, but not all. And then Matt says, oh yeah, okay, so Ohio has the Son of Sam law. Hi, CC. CC says, I'm a little behind. I've been wondering. I wonder how Dom and Davion's law would apply to something like Reckless, Ben and the Bricks, and Mini Fix thing. What is that, you guys? Would he be silenced by the law? What's Reckless, Ben and the Bricks and Mini Fix thing? Can someone fill me in on that? And then Harlot says it was struck by the Supreme Court that struck them down, if I remember correctly. I'm going to have to look into that. I think that's why he whistled, to seem unprovoked. Oh, Heidi. Heidi, you might be onto something. That could be it. That could be it. You know, now that I think about it, he could have been acting as if he was unaffected, if you will, right? Interesting. So, I have a few things here. So, there are quite a few things, actually. I have the entire FOIA folder. Let me show you this real quick. I'm not sure what this is. Hold on. I have this in here for a reason, so let's see what it is. Okay, so I have extraction from Apple iPhone But this isn't the whole thing. This is like, let's see what this is. I don't remember this. So this is between Dominic and, oh, it says Lycan BBY. Do you guys remember what did Ava said that said? BBY was, oh my God, you guys, what was BBY? It was like, it'll come to me. Oh, it was something like, one of you will remember. Cuff, you said, oh wait, wait, hold on, I missed one. So before Cuff You, Harlot said the teeth have been removed from the law in the states that still have them. It's technically still a law in the states that have it, but it can't stop convicts from making money. Wow, okay. Okay. And then Heidi's been where he's been. She's done that. And, oh wait, Harlot says baby, sorry. Oh, I got it. The Ben and Bricks refers to the rival Reckless Ben versus Bricks and Minifig's Lego scandal, a massive YouTube-driven legal drama involving supposedly stolen 200,000 Star Wars Lego collection. Oh, BBY is baby. Thanks, you guys. Thanks, Jenny. I didn't get what they were saying there. Thank you. You had to like spell it out for me a little bit. My apologies. Okay, so this next one, let's see what this is. It says that there's like 10 messages here. We did read messages before, but this isn't them. So this is an instant message, and I don't know where this came from. So let's see what it says. Let me put on my reading face. Okay, ready? So this is from Lycan Baby, the owner. Let's see if it says under here who it belongs to. It doesn't. I'm assuming it's Mackenzie, but I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out. So the person says, I will never forgive you for this, and I will never forgive your mom either. This is on 7/17/22. So this is literally 2 weeks before the, I almost said accident, but I mean, we wouldn't consider this an accident, right? She's been convicted of taking their lives. So before the incident, let's say, 2 weeks before, I believe this is Mackenzie. She says, I will never forgive you for this, and I will never forgive your mom either. Clearly, she only cares about your life, and if you're going to jail, which is actually the most sad thing ever. You're too immature to even work any of this out. You can't even apologize for telling me to shut up. So you definitely can't apologize for doing any of this. Then she continues, now I have to look forward to you ending my life anytime we argue. Like, how am I not supposed to be afraid? And then he says, 3 minutes later, Kenzie, you fucking tripping is all I'ma say. And she writes laugh out loud, all in capital letters. And then Dom says, you threaten to end my life all the time. Bye. And then she says, it's okay. All I care about is you trying to end my life and put it in your hand on the steering wheel and trying to end it. Nobody does that to somebody they love. Wow, you guys. Okay, so this is part of Dom's file. Wow, that was crazy. I remember seeing stuff in their file. I don't remember. I remember something close, but not that exact thing. The other thing I have here is, wait, what's this image? I have three images in this file. Let's see. Okay. I know you can't see it. I'm just seeing if it's worth pulling up. Oh, it's just like details of a call. It's from July 21st, 2022. Wait, let me see if the other images show anything different. If so, I'll pull it up. This one, it's the same thing. So it's just trying to show the internal storage. That's interesting. Okay, so these aren't really anything that I would pull up. Instead, I'm going to go over to a jail call because I have my little jail call book. And we're going to look at a jail call. All right, let's see. Let me get my handy dandy book out. Okay, let me see what we should do. Let's do call number, let's do, what's 81? It's still early on. They're talking about the logistics of communicating behind bars. Miss Dawson is back on Facebook. Natalie says, I changed your Insta. Oh, you guys, this is crazy. So do you guys remember we did a live on Diamond? They must have brought Diamond up for the first time here. All right, well, let's see what this is. So this is call 81. So my call 81. And then if if anybody wants to put a number from 1 to 97 in chat, I'd be happy to add that to the list. Oh, she's foreshadowing. Absolutely could be. What's up, Wendy? All right, let me switch over to this. Here we go. Oh, wait, cancel that. That wasn't what I wanted. This is what I want. Oh, here we go. Alright, it's on. I just have to connect this.
An incarcerated individual at Cuyahoga County Correction Center.
Oh, you do not have an account to pay for just this call using your... This call will cost 16 cents per minute, plus any applicable time you were on the phone.
Okay.
I forgot what we were talking about.
The blocks. You can do 25 minutes at a time. Okay? So we could go up to, I don't know, you can do as many times as you want. But since I have to work, I just wanted to do one quick one, one in the morning and then one at night, and stuff just to see how they work. No, I know, because I had to schedule it. You have to do it 24 hours in advance.
Oh, so they didn't hide it?
No, I couldn't. That was the earliest I could schedule it. Yeah. That's all.
While we listen to this, I'm going to pull something else up, but I'm still right here.
No, thank you.
Oh, okay. Oh, it has my picture there?
No.
Oh, okay.
It just has
And then I got all excited because it says you could schedule remote or in person. I'm like, oh my gosh! So I went to schedule in person, and it's not. It's remote from there. Like I would have to drive, and it's not. It's just facility. Go to the video room and do it there. Like that's not. It's so stupid. That's not in person.
What the fuck is wrong with this place?
I don't know, but the only benefit from doing that is it's free. You get one free video call per week, 25 minutes. So I guess that's nice, but don't call it in person. Stay on campus, at facility.
I mean, like, yeah. How shitty is this place? Is so shitty.
Yeah.
Did you
And
already
it says
add that
that.
on Facebook?
Who?
No?
Oh, gosh, I didn't even do that yet.
Oh, and also, did you ever get that letter to change my Instagram name?
I did.
So my Instagram is Dime Girl?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, it's a GRL. There's no S.
No, why? No.
Keep the other one.
You can't take the other one?
Right. Well, I can't do it yet. I can't figure it out yet. So I just wanted to get back and change face out. So it's oh, wait.
So if you guys remember real quick, O Dime Boy is Dom. So O Dime Girl is what Mackenzie wants to do. So she wants to do a play off of O Dime Boy. And she gets mad because her mom has to spell girl different. She's too much.
DIME.
Okay. Please get to the other account.
So, doctor.
What?
What's the Facebook, remember?
Like Johnson, P-U-N-T-A-T-Y. V-A-W-S-O-N.
There it is.
His little motorcycle.
Yep. Wait, who's it? I think you changed it.
It's not Johnson.
No, it is. I'm just trying to see if this is who he is.
What? You know what he looks like?
I got it. I just had to pull down a little bit and find his picture. And then that Kristen Cancer?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like K-R-I-T-N. I don't know how much else, but like...
So she's going to ask Natalie about what she got back from the juvenile place, and then we're going to listen to something that was just put out 2 hours ago by AG Tactical.
Yeah. I just forgot this is one.
She's like little tiny, like white. She's little blonde hair. She's so small.
Oh, cute.
Is that her?
That's definitely her. She's a guy, right? Maybe not from the giant page. I'll figure that out later.
Oh, no, she's like one that is around here. The others. Did you ever find that one person that I was before? It's in the very back of my last big photo in the name.
Oh. Okay. Which one is it?
It's at the top. It's like my Instagram.
Cece, I don't know what your question was. You didn't mean to butt in, but you can butt in whenever you want. I can't find your question.
See which one. I'm not sure.
This isn't as...
Yeah, I'm sure I am. That's who she is. I thought it was her. She was like one of the nurses. Like, I love her. Like,
Okay. I just sent her a message. And, so now the one thing I have to find, can I save your playlist?
both of them.
Mm-hmm.
So what else did you get back from juvenile?
I haven't gone through it yet. Can I do it now?
We have like 6
Oh, yeah. Okay, we'll do it together. Hold on.
I'm looking, you guys, and they go over a list of what she got back from the juvenile facility, and it's nothing like fabulous. So I think we're gonna share the AG Tactical thing instead. So this AG Tactical, everybody, we love AG Tactical over here. I still want him to see my gibberish thing. So, but this is, everybody go over and like and subscribe and, you know, all the good things. But we're going to see this next. I'm going to shut my video off just for a second because I want to grab a drink. It's like so hot in this back room, but I can't have the air conditioner on and do this at the same time. So let's listen to what AG Tactical has to say. And I'm going to butt in.
But it's like people go from sick to my butt and stuff like that, and like, and like they were like trying to bitch me right away and shit. Like none of that is going on.
Man, listen, folks, I've been listening to these newer Mackenzie Shirilla calls, and I'm starting to develop a bit of a theory, okay? Now, remember, her whole claim to fame in this entire trial is that she can't remember anything because she had POTS. She had a serious episode while she was driving, so she can't remember, right? But in the phone call that we're about to listen to today, we hear Mackenzie talk to her mom about the night before. It's almost like Mackenzie's trying to create a theory after the fact. She realized that, oh, I can't remember shit, and that looks really bad. I can't remember shit, and that looks really bad. So now I'm just going to start to have blotchy memory. I feel like Mackenzie Shirilla is currently trying to soft launch a new theory now that the lack of memory doesn't count, right? In this phone call, she's going to talk about how 4 a.m. she woke up and Dom wasn't next to her. The same night when they drove home and she kills them a few hours later.
Wow, I can't believe he touches on this because I too agree with this. So I heard this jail call that he's going to talk about because I listened to all of them. What he's talking about here, I too felt was so extremely important. Why? Because Mackenzie realizes that Dom wasn't next to her the entire time on the couch. So somebody wakes up and didn't see Dom with her on the couch. And you guys are going to see how she sounds almost like like you could tell like she would have loved to call Dom in that moment to ask him, what were you doing, where were you, so on and so forth. So I think that that's pretty interesting.
Right? Or the same morning they drive home and she kills them. She talks to her mom and she's like, you know, that night I'm really thinking like I don't know what happened because Dom wasn't there, and it makes my mind race, and I just don't know I don't know like if that has something to do with it. Sweetheart, you crashed your car into a brick wall with 2 boys in it. That doesn't have anything to do with anything Dom had going on, right? Because there's also another TikToker who's taken that same theory that Mackenzie started up already. You guys know who I'm talking about. Almost said Methany. That girl on TikTok, right? Remember her? She's starting to run with that same theory, trying to say that Dom's family is in the mafia. And this was clearly a mafia hit.
I don't know if you guys know who he's talking about, and I'm not sure that I know exactly who he's talking about, but okay, I don't know if you guys saw this on YouTube Streets. I wish I could go find this, but I don't know exactly which one it was. I need to find it. But there's this girl who came on YouTube Streets and was talking about Dom's family bad, and she wasn't a Mackenzie follower. She wasn't a free Mackenzie. It wasn't that. I think she was just trying to look behind other things, and so I started watching some of the videos, and I think that they're 2 separate things. I don't think that they go together, but I wonder if that's who AG Tactical is talking about right here.
The 2 theories are starting to coincide. Who's lying, right? Do you think the Russos are big, bad mafia families and they took Dom out because they had their own issues with him? Or do you think that Mackenzie's a horrible bitch who ruined and killed her boyfriend's life? You guys let me know in the comments, but let's check out this phone call because it's pretty outrageous. Let's do it.
What? I dialed my information really fast. Then I set up a card so I can buy.
That's the first time I've seen her change her vocabulary for her mom. I doubt the hell. I can't even mock her sometimes. I dialed the number fast as fuck. What? Oh no, mother! I dialed the number really fast. This is who Mackenzie really is, ladies and gentlemen. That little section, but she wants to be this bad, mean girl who's gonna be a model in Miami and New York. But at the end of the day, deep down, she's just some little girl from Ohio, bro. You not like that for real, with her Mr. Bean looking ass. She really thought her bug-eyed self was gonna be a model. And I mean, I know models kind of look strange here and there, but she don't look strange in a good way. You know how some people just look odd, but in a good way? That's not Mackenzie. She looks like a failed experiment. And I mean, let's keep it real.
Oh, he's something else. He's too funny, this one.
Steve Shirilla, Low-Tech Steve and Nally coming together, that's probably the closest thing to a failed experiment you can get to. But let's continue. Let me not go too hard on Low-Tech Steve and Natalie because it's not even about them today. Let's keep going.
What? I dialed my information really fast. Then I set up a card so I can bypass that whole thing now. Really? Yep. Ooh, that's good. Because I memorized my number by heart.
Here you go. Good for you. I mean, it wasn't so much of a pain in the butt, but I still did it anyway.
Did you look up on the county website if you like the county inmates?
No.
I want you to see my mugshot. Yeah, I don't know why. It's like, I don't know what the fuck.
Why did she low-key sound like she was like kind of proud of it? Oh, I remember her mugshot. Let me look it up for you guys.
I felt the same way when I heard that. I was like, why does she sound proud of it? She's like, I want you to see my mugshot. Like, that would be the last thing that I'd want my mom to see.
It's Mackenzie Shirilla. It's the yellow background. She's proud of it, all right. Oh, what shit? My background is what I wrote. Mackenzie Shirilla background. Fuck. What is it called? Mugshot.
He said my background.
Don't mind me, folks. The brain just ain't working today. Right? So check it out. This is the photo that Mackenzie's talking about. All the little sexy images that she's posting on her Facebook and her Instagram, that's later on. That's more current time. She has her mommy doing that for her. Right now, when she's on the phone, this is the only photo that's available to the public. So I think she's happy that she looked good in it, right? You're in there for double homicide, but you're worried about your mugshot photo. Listen, can't make this shit up. Let's keep going though. I'm gonna back it up. Listen to her tone of her voice when she says, "Did you see my mugshot? Oh, you proud of that, huh? You go, girl."
No.
I want you to see my mugshot.
I want you to see my mugshot.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just like, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
So,
I want to tell you something really bad, but I can't tell you on the phone.
I don't know when you're gonna be able to.
Oh my god, she keeps peeking. Like, I see you room 10, like, for real. I'm not gonna say, no, I'm not gonna even say that.
No, I don't. I don't know how we're ever gonna do it.
Is Jim gonna come see me before,
Probably not, but maybe you can tell him that he can tell me I'm ready.
Yeah.
You're in there for double
Okay.
homicide, but you're worried about back in the day when Jim was still useful.
Going on online? Okay.
Can't make this shit up. I ain't gonna lie to you. Jim was kind of a Jim is probably a dumbass. I don't know Jim. He might be an attorney. Jim made me feel like he was a dumbass. But hey, listen,
That was my fault.
dumbasses probably hire other dumbasses. So what did you expect Lotez, Steve, and Natalie to do? Hire somebody competent? Like, come on now. Incompetence looks like competence when you're also incompetent. You see what I mean? All right, let's keep going. Now, hold on, listen. You might want to take the word from HE Tactical with our new sponsor today called Money Pilot. All right? Money Pilot's an app that you could download on your phone that allows you to claim class action.
That's me.
I don't know.
Yeah, you should just make a group chat for like 10P announcements.
I did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's how I sent the app for the video thing.
Who's all in it?
Your writer guys. I'm trying to get Paul's number. I sent him a message on it.
Probably Rosie and Bubba, you know, the two goofiest people in the world. These are the type of people who peak in high school. Rosie, Bubba, peaked. I'm sorry, bro. It's all downhill from here. I promise you. It's all downhill. You're gonna be you know what? Let me not even predict your future, right? But it's hilarious that she thinks that she's so important that we're gonna make a group chat for Mackenzie announcements. Bitch, you are not anything that special. Holy shit. But let's keep going though, because we want to get to the point where she talks about this 4 a.m. Dom is missing situation. Let's check this out.
Instagram.
From my account?
Oh, no, I just found him.
I found the video from YouTube Street, so we'll watch this real quick and we'll skip through it and then we'll go to that. And if anybody wants to watch this one, this is AG Tactical. Go over there. He just dropped it like 2 hours ago.
I feel bad for him.
What do you think?
Yeah, when he said he was like, I wanted it to be at my house for once because I never do anything at my house. And then I did it while I was in a bad mood, and then they convinced me to like come do it at my house anyways. And then all that fuck shit just happened, like, I think that's something that just like got me thinking, like, it was like, Kenzie, I thought I would sleep on the couch with Dom all night, but Dom wasn't. When Paul got up to see where everyone was, Dom wasn't on the couch with me at 4 a.m. So
let's back this up. Hold on. Big conspiracy. We're about to blow this bitch wide open. Big conspiracy, ladies and gentlemen.
And then all that fuck shit just happened, like,
Wait, no, let me back this up some more before she said all that fuck shit happened.
To be at my house for once because I never do anything at my house. And then I did it while I was in a bad mood, and then they convinced me to like come do it at my house anyways. And then all that fuck shit just happened, like.
You mean all that fuck shit that just happened, like you murdering 2 people? That fuck shit, or was it something else? I don't know.
Something that just like got me thinking, like, it was like, Kenzie, I thought I would sleep on the couch with Dom all night, but Dom wasn't. When Paul got up to see where everyone was, Dom wasn't on the couch with me at 4 a.m.
How bad do you guys think that bothered her? Think about it. She's very big on knowing Dom's every move and like what he's doing. So the fact that she thought that he was sitting next to her the whole night and he wasn't, for me, is important because you could tell that not knowing where Dom was really bothers her here.
So where was Dom at 4 a.m.? I just think about that all the time.
Where was he?
I don't know. That just like weirds me out. Like, I just like.
Wow, babe. No, Kinsey. Where was he? Oh no. Was it the mafia? It was Miss Russo, wasn't it? Miss Russo sent them after Dom. And you were just collateral, Kinsey. Oh my God. Wow. Where did he go? Man, he probably went to take a shit, okay? But now you're the biggest thing about this, though, to me, is that you remember these moments, but you can't remember the crash. Like, that doesn't make. I thought she was saying, like, the entire day is missing from her brain. I don't know why I thought that. No, literally, those moments are missing from her brain. That's it.
So Matt said that the person on Twitter or whatever, or TikTok or whatever it is that AG Tactical was just talking about, was someone that suggested that the mob drove past to make sure that it was done. Let me tell you something, you guys. Not that I know exactly what I'm talking about, but let's just say if I did, I'd see no connection. There'd be no reason for the mob. Like, for what? This theory is just, what? You know what I mean?
So she did one of these, and that was it. And then when she did that, her foot mashed on the gas and she just seized all the way into the wall. That's what you expect me to believe. And you didn't remember that either. All right. I guess I'm just stupid.
Makes like so many more like possibilities of what could have happened.
Well, he called Blair. Like, if
She said, look, there's so many more possibilities of what could have happened. Bitch, you crashed him into the wall. What else could have happened?
So I think what she's trying to allude to here is, I think she's pissed. I think that, you know, I've always thought, in my opinion only, there's no diagnosis here, but I've always noticed abandonment issues with her, right? So this did not hit her the right way.
I don't know, and that just like weirds me out. Like, that just like makes like so many more like possibilities of what could have happened.
well, he called Blair like at 3:36 in the morning or something. He was calling the front. Remember? Trying to say like, thanks for kicking it with me.
What do you mean?
I love you, that kind of thing, which was also super weird.
He never did it like that.
I know.
Because he always told me because David liked Blair.
What the heck?
You see in a text message where he's like, I don't even fuck with Blair.
Yeah, she would drop him in a second. Yeah, that's a real good friend down.
Alright, I didn't like that, so I feel like Mackenzie's pissed off right now, so that's our way of getting Blair back, because Dom also allegedly texts Blair, his best friend, in the, you know, that night as well. He texted his dad, he texted a few people and said, I love you. And this is her way, because what do we know Natalie does all the time? Mackenzie, don't say nothing, don't say nothing, don't say nothing, da-da-da, right? So they know that somebody's going to be listening and that somebody's going to listen to this at some point. So this just says to me, this was like a stab to Blair, which I thought was pretty messed up.
Oh yeah, you're a real good friend, Dom. So now we're talking shit about Dom. So before we get any further, I want to take you back to this Beyond the Verdict individual that I'm gonna take it back to this individual. I believe that she took what Mackenzie said, and ran off with this whole Ohio mafia. Listen, Ohio ain't that poppin' to have a whole. Get the fuck out of here, right? The Ohio mafia. All right, so I just want to give you guys a little reminder. This is where I think this girl got her content from. Is that statement Mackenzie said right there? She just filled in the blanks. There's so much more that could have happened, Mom. This is the person to fill the blanks in with bullshit.
This wasn't just a teenage dispute. This was a highly coordinated street level hit. The data suggests Dominic Russo was operating as a CI, confidential informant. Once that leaked, his circle was fractured. He got into a violent fight where he pistol whipped his brother Christopher, and for the next week, Dominic was in absolute survival mode. He was paranoid, he was unable to sleep, and frantically burying his product in the backyard because he knew he had a target on his back. The night of the tragedy, the night before the tragedy, they were hanging out at Paul's house.
You see how she just filled?
With all due respect, wasn't his product, didn't we see in the cop's body cam that his product came from the dispensary? If it came from a dispensary and he has his medical marijuana license, which we've seen him tell the cop that he does, then there would be no reason for him to hide his product, right?
Building all those blanks out of nowhere, bro. I'm talking, listen, man, clout is one hell of a drug. Listen, there's crazy enough stories to go around for you to just cover things with some logic. But this girl decides to create a whole mafia fucking interweb connection conspiracy to go get some clicks and views, sweetie. But anyways, this is what is tying into what Mackenzie's saying. I think she took that little 1-minute snippet and ran with it and created a whole 15-minute video on it, or however long that bullshit was. But anyway, I just want to throw that in there to spice things up. Let's keep going with this phone call.
I'm still, I don't care.
I know you did, baby. Oh, me too.
My little nug.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I feel bad for everybody.
Yeah, me too.
I do not know how you survived that cramp content. I'm so bad.
Like, I don't even remember being coherent. Like how they were saying I was like answering questions. Like I don't remember that. Like I don't remember any pain from the accident. I don't remember like.
How did you even end up in that position? Like how did you even get? I don't understand. I can't even go there.
She's not asking that question expecting an answer. No, sweet. How did you even get like that? Because if you really wanted to know, we would have known by now. Mackenzie knows everything that happened in that damn car.
That is such a good point, AG Tactical. Wow, that is such a good point. So, the mom was just asking a rhetorical question because that was definitely, like AG Tactical just said, it's not a question that she would want Mackenzie to answer.
Everything. Up until she probably smacked the wall and knocked her ass out. Right? So you'll see Natalie be like, ooh, yeah, I wonder how you got like, she's just talking for talk's sake. Because the both of them know, with their nonverbal communication, listen, we're lying like a motherfucker. So, best not bring up anything. You know what? Best say you don't remember shit. How did you get in that location? I guess we'll never know, huh?
Hold it down.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me either. Like I feel like I don't know.
I know. I can't go there.
We can't go there. You hear?
I wish I could get hypnotized in here to remember.
Me too.
I would remember so bad. I almost feel like it was like I don't know. I'm not gonna say, but I have like my thing. I think I know. Like I think I know what happened, but I don't know for sure. But it could be wrong.
A million things. A million things.
Like I feel like it was another incident of like Dom doing what he used to do all the time in the car.
Right. That's all.
It's just another thing of Dom doing what he used to do all the time in the car. What? Grab the wheel? Lying on his name.
I love that AG Tactical just did that. So, did anybody notice how Natalie is so quick to be like, Mackenzie, don't say anything, except for when she suggests that it could have been Dom. That is so shady.
That shit is crazy, bro. At the same time, she's saying she miss him and this and that, but at the same time, she has her mom make fun of him, and she herself is saying how, man, listen, how Dom is basically suicidal or homicidal, depending on how you look at it. Man, I'm telling you, this is one Jezebel right here. Evil little bitch.
That's what everybody kind of feels.
But I don't know if that's even true. Because like, why would he do that with Davion in the car?
And to be honest, I've heard something about her wanting to get hypnotized in another phone call, and then she did the pendulum stuff with Dom's dad. In my opinion, all that was just bullshit for her to try and build a story. She probably approached Dom's dad with that dumbass idea, did all the works just did all the works to try and build up some type of a theory or some type of an answer to why she can't remember. It's ridiculous, bro, but let's keep going.
Because he used to do stuff like that with other people in the car, remember?
True. What time you're in the car?
Yeah.
Because he was like screaming at me because I dropped the line in the car. He didn't want to burn his car, but I was trying to get it.
He was in the car.
And he was like speeding really fast, trying to scare us.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Kendra should have said something, or like we should have Kendra say like, man.
Just wait. That's what I mean. If we have
hey, you know what's odd about that? She's able to talk on the phone with her mom about the reckless things that Dom supposedly did. Oh, he likes to pull the wheel. He was always speeding, trying to scare us. Natalie never says, "Oh no, don't talk about that because of your appeal. Don't talk about that because of your case. We want to be able to." No. She never stops Kenzie when it's talking shit about Dom. It's only when there's a possibility in the world that maybe it was part of Kenzie's fault. Oh no, we can't talk about that. No, Kenzie. Oh no, but we talk about Dom. She could say anything she wants. Oh yeah, he pulled the wheel. He likes to scare us. He drives 1,000 miles an hour. What a horrible guy. Oh yes, Kenzie. So true, Kenzie. Man, her mom is evil, gang. Let's keep going though.
Just wait. Let's hope that the judge makes the right decision that she can see. Okay. That's all.
And you know, I was thinking about how like everyone that was in juvenile, like what they told me about the county, like it's all wrong. Like they all told me wrong stuff about the county. Like I was expecting something completely different.
All right, I'm going to switch over from this because right now I remember this and she's going to start talking about, county and how it's worse than what people said but the mom thinks that she thinks it's better, but it's no more about what we were just looking at. The next thing I want to show you guys is from the YouTube streets, which I also love. And
the only thing that David can say is he does.
Sorry, I meant to pause that.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh, what?
Let me try that again.
So in 2000,
I'm hitting it so many times because I'm being impatient. so that was my fault. Alright, let me take this off so you guys can see. And I'm going to show us the YouTube streets. Everybody go like and subscribe if you haven't already. Look, I already like the live. I'm already subscribed. I like me some YouTube streets. So, okay, so this episode was called Mackenzie. Shirilla did it before. Sometimes they'll have... Oh no, I think this is... They were doing their stream. So, okay, so they have this woman on. Wait, let's see. Let me get to where she's on. And I believe she introduces herself. Oh. A privacy concern. Let's see.
This is... Continue to be desperate to erase Mackenzie's social media, past and present. She's been unsuccessful of doing either one. The harder Natalie tries to fight and show the world that Mackenzie is a good girl and would never do something like this intentionally, the easier it is to show that she really is just as evil as the world thinks she is. And we will continue to remember the names of the two gentlemen who lost their lives because of her behavior: Dominic Russo and Davian Flanagan. Mackenzie Shirilla, you are exactly where you belong.
I was seeing more, and then she wants to act like she's this. You've had some drama too. So let's start by who are you and what? Because I see you're a paralegal as well.
Yes, so I actually am from Massachusetts. I'm from the North Shore. I don't live there anymore. But I am a paralegal. I do mainly New England, so I do like Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, Massachusetts. What I do for a living. And then I just happen to be really good at finding things.
Yeah, so let me ask you, what brought your interest into this case? So what kind of, because you've had some stuff that nobody's had, and it makes me think about. But let's get to that. So like, what made you attracted to this case?
So I have been following this since it first happened. So everybody in Boston knows the Karen Reed case. That was I had been following that obviously since saw.
I'm going to go forward just a tiny bit. She's going to like introduce herself a little bit. So again, this is from YouTube Streets. Everybody go check it out. Bad echo. Oh, it is? Well, okay. Cuff, you do me a favor. I don't know if my finger... Well, wait. How about I try this, Cuff, you? I have an idea. Let me get rid of this stuff that I have up, because I do want us to listen to this. I wonder if I pull it up on a different browser, if that would be better. What do you guys think? I guess let's see. Let me just try that. So, okay, so let me just tell you a little bit about her then while I pull this up on a different browser. So, she is on TikTok, okay? Hold on, let's go to... And you guys, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, please. And we're also live from my other channel, too, which is... What is it? Oh, where's YouTube Bad Actors? It's Jamie Unscripted. There we go. So, alright, I'm going to pull it up over here. YouTube. I almost looked up YouTube Bad Actors. Oh my god. Where is YouTube Bad Actors? Get your ass on here. Where are you? Alright, we're gonna go and we're gonna access it this way, and then that way I think it'll sound better. And I have it right here. Okay, so let me share.
So how do you feel about the case in general, though? Do you feel like Mackenzie Shirilla is guilty of the crime that she committed?
Alright, here we go. I'm going to stop it over here. So let me stop the share. And we're going to share a new one. And then that way, here we go. Share. Okay, so here we go. So now tell me when I share this one, Cuff, you let me know if this one also is, what is it? Echoing? Hopefully it won't.
committed?
So I think she's guilty of the crime that she committed. I don't necessarily agree with the murder one charges that she got. I also don't think she got a fair trial. And that's like a lot of what I started to dig into. Because I think she maybe like aggravated homicide or negligent homicide, sure.
Is the echo better, you guys? I'm looking on my phone to see.
But I'm not convinced that I'm not saying she's innocent, because she is definitely not.
Right.
But I don't know that those murder charges were appropriate. And I think that Dominic's mother pushed it.
I've been watching a lot of lawyers on YouTube, and they seem to be able to separate the actual trial from the actual crime. And for me, it's hard to do that, knowing that she had the intention to do it. Dude, that's my question to you. Do you feel like she had full intent?
I can see how it would be portrayed that, but now that I'm...
So I had a few people say no echo and then an echo. So if this is echoing for you, I want you to drop out of it real quick and come back in. Oh, you said it's better now, so maybe it's better. Okay, good. Well, let's hope it's better. I'm going to fast forward this a little bit. So they're just going through her, what her view is, and I want you guys to see why they had her on. Okay, so here she starts talking about court cases.
Every day. I see a lot of trials that are not, you're entitled to a fair trial, and I do not think that she was able to have a fair trial. Her attorney literally did nothing. Like, he did nothing for her. So at minimum, ineffective counsel. But I think at first, before I found out all the information that I'm finally finding out now, I said, well, you know, maybe it was like a spur, like, because they did argue. They were both very toxic to each other. They're teenagers. You know, I'm gonna crash the car. I'm gonna do this. Okay, they both said it back and forth. So I'm like, okay, maybe a fight makes sense. And then I said, well, but if a fight makes sense, then it took her about 30 seconds to get down that street to get to the point of where she finally wrecked. And I was like, I don't know that they were fighting. And then I said, well, maybe there wasn't an argument. Then I saw another camera footage, and I saw another car come behind her about 3 minutes later. And that's when it kind of clicked. And I said, I think she was being chased. I think somebody was chasing her. And
I don't remember this part. I do not agree with that, you guys. Chased by who? Chased? Yeah, I don't think she's being chased. And let me tell you guys, if you're in a chase, why would she be so slow to come down that first street where she has her right turn signal on? And, yeah, I don't agree with being chased. Who's chasing her? And for what?
I have a pretty good idea of who it was.
So, first of all, if she was being chased, right, why would she go so slow and turn on her signal and take that turn? And second, who do you think was chasing her? If you could die.
So she did take that turn very, very slow. She used her blinker.
Yeah.
Used her blinker. Like, she did all the things. I think that, so the camera that caught her turning did not catch anybody else on that road after that. The only camera that caught, there was one car that was like 3 minutes after that. Then there was a semi truck, and then one more. I forget. But the camera that caught the other car behind her, it was like 3 minutes later. So I talked to literally so many different people, and Bubba is one of them. He has a big mouth. He just does, and he does it for me because he
yeah, we'll get to Bubba.
But so I think that she was chased by somebody.
So
okay,
go ahead, yes. So the girl that is with Bubba, right? I can't remember her name.
Rosie, yeah.
So
I have so many problems with this. So she's alluding to the fact that Bubba agrees with that. Like, what? Oh, so J. Lou says, I follow Keezy. There's a whole sorts of stuff that this Keezy has dug up. Now, that's why I put this on. Because I saw some crazy stuff that she dug up as well. This part, I just don't know that I agree with. That's all.
Yeah.
I've heard some things that Dom might have been fooling around with Rosie while
I've heard that too.
While Mackenzie was sleeping. And then the argument started, and then things took place, and then that happened.
Yeah, but we don't have any. There's no factual.
I didn't realize that Melly did an interview with Bubba. I'm gonna have to check that out.
That's all hypotheticals. I'm trying to stay away from that.
I'm just saying, with the chase, it could have been a chase in that sense. It could have been.
Well, the two of them are very opposite. Dominic is tall, skinny, quiet. Bubba is very obnoxious. He weighs 245 pounds. He makes sure everybody knows that, and he thinks he's the bee's knees. They're very opposite.
Well, we do know a fact that Rosie did go very close to the scene. I don't know if she stopped, but we don't have it on camera. But she said she's one of the cars that drove by the scene. So I mean, that is one of the facts of it. But let's get to more. So what was your first video on this?
Let me clear that up real quick too, because I did watch an interview. Not an interview with Rosie. Rotten Mango, Stephanie, her team did an interview with Rosie and Bubba, and she like reported on it, and what she said was that she thinks people got that she drove by the scene, because at the scene, like the next day or whatever, like where people were all gathering, she said something along the lines of, I drove by there. What she said she meant was down that main road. So where we see Mackenzie put her right turn signal on, where she goes down that final street, Rosie was saying that she went down that main road, that was the way that she took to get home. So she never made the right on Prospect or whatever the street was. She just kept going straight on that main road. And she thinks that people, because she said I drove by here, she meant past like the street, but she thinks that that's where that rumor started.
Okay, so let's get to your content.
So the first video I did was I believe it was the police interviews. I actually think it was Bubba's interview, because something he said to me, I was like, I don't know that sits well with me. Because he was just saying the complete opposite of what Davion's family was saying. He was saying the complete opposite. And so the Netflix documentary was the last thing I saw. I've seen everything else prior to that, and I have already seen the case files prior to the Netflix documentary. So what Bubba said in that documentary did not match up with what I had known. Like, he said he didn't talk to the police. Yes, he did, because I have his police interview. And that was, I believe that's the first thing I posted.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
I have that too. She's correct about that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So did you clear that up or no?
So he said that he's all over the place. I'm pretty sure it was Bubba, but or maybe it was the text messages, because 32,000 pages of text messages. I went through each and every one, and
so did I.
Wow.
It took me a long time, and I'm glad that I went through them, but there was like so much that stood out. So Bubba was
I read about 70% of them online, and we have them in our lives, so go check them out later if you want to listen.
First interview that I posted.
Before you go any further, there's no text, but this is the weird part. We don't have text messages between Bubba, Mackenzie and Rosie. So why did Strongsville hold those back?
I don't know that they necessarily held them back, because I think a lot of their communications was on Snapchat and maybe Instagram or TikTok or whatever. But yeah, no, there really wasn't. Like, there was like, the small amount. I think they have like 100 pages between Mackenzie and Rosie.
I was just going to say, why do I feel like there is Mackenzie and Rosie? And I feel like I did 2 full lives on it. So if you guys want to go check that out later, I read all of the text messages between Rosie and Mackenzie, and they are pretty juicy. And I made a hypothesis. It was my opinion only, but my opinion was that Rosie didn't talk to the cops because she was afraid of all of the rug stuff that was in the text messages. And I think I was correct, because from what I remember from Rotten Mango's interview, Rosie said that she was afraid that they were going to turn it into a rug thing that was like bigger than the incident.
But that was it. I don't know if they held it back. I just don't think that there was any.
Okay.
Go on to what you were saying about Bubba.
So I listened to his police interview first. After I watched the documentary, I was like, okay, I don't believe a word he's saying. He was way too cocky. And he said, well, I didn't interview the police. And I was like, that's funny, because I have the police interviews. So I went back and listened to it, and I said, I'm going to post it. So I started posting the police interviews, and that's when it started picking up. And then I got into, who did I do next? I think I did Davion's parents next. I started doing that, and I had to do them in clips. Then I got to Christine Russo's. That's when that one with her and Angelo, that's when it really started picking up.
So what's the smoke with the Russos? Because I know you don't have the same smoke with
All right, I think this is where she starts to get into it.
The Flanagans.
No, I don't. Nobody does. I don't even think they like respectfully. I don't know that it's that they don't care. I just don't. They kind of do their own thing. The Flanagans do. They sit back and they read their son. But I think there was a lot underlying it. But they are reserved. There's nothing on them. They're not interesting. The Russos are interesting to me.
His sister, right
His
now,
sister, yes.
is actually going through it right now. Actually,
I know. I feel so bad. She crashed out last night.
She said she's gonna come up soon.
Wait, she crashed out last night.
Yeah, on live. She was live yesterday afternoon. Yeah, she crashed out, saying her parents are kicking her out, and she's got that she's just turned 21. She's got that like piss poor attitude that she was said I come home and nobody says hi to me or asks me how my day was, and
but can you blame her though, because she got adopted and she lost a brother? You know what I mean? She's been through a lot.
She's been through a lot. But
she really has. She is the only one after these 4 years of this. She is the only one that I have seen advocate for Davion or Dom throughout the years.
Yeah.
Christine, the sister, big sister on Hinge, she just became unhinged a month ago when the documentary came out. Like, where were you 4 years ago when the rest of us were trying to figure this out?
Can we get a perspective of your story though? Have you lost anybody close to you?
So yeah, I have actually. I just lost my dad this week.
Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's all good. Hi, Joanne. How are you? Welcome. Never too late.
So, but he was 63, but still. But as far as like age-wise, so my cousin was in a car wreck. He was 21.
So, a big sister on Hinge. So the way that she came into, you know what I mean? The way I see it is we needed it. Like at the time, there was no victims family speaking. So it was very, very refreshing when big sister on Hinge came on, and
yeah. She didn't bother me. She didn't bother me at first, but then what started to bother me was she was starting to call these people out, or anybody out that has a channel, like, oh, you're just seeking clout. And it's like, but you also just came out a month ago of, doing this. Why are you coming out now on Hinge? Where were you 4 years ago? Why came out 4 years ago? Say that again?
Go ahead.
Also jumped on the bandwagon, Cuomo. I don't know if you've seen his,
Chris Cuomo. Yes, Chris Cuomo. Yep.
Oh, I don't like that. Where were you 4 years ago? She was grieving. She didn't want to come out 4 years ago. Oh, I didn't like that.
Even after the Mackenzie case, he's just blown up overnight.
Yep. It's because the Netflix doc. Nobody cared. There's a Hulu documentary that came out years ago.
Yeah, Mean
Divine
Girls.
did that one. Then Dr. Insanity. Then Mean Girls. I've seen them all.
Yeah, Dr. Insanity's one is very important because he's the one actually exposed that she was, selling her stuff.
Yes.
They were all good, and there was one of them that shows even more of the crime scene than before. So let's look at this. So, all right, here we go.
So this dude is named Hutch?
Yeah, his name is, I found out his name is Scott Hutchinson. He's from Strongsville. And I got that message. I don't know if you can see the date. I think last week I got that message.
Whoa.
You want to read the
I had no idea
DBS?
who this guy was.
He on fire.
Oh my gosh, he's got
Yeah, he was big mad.
He's got the potty mouth.
Yeah, he's big mad.
So I understand.
I thought the same thing, Cuffy, when she said 63.
Understand why that was his friend, right? I think right. This is the one that was actually witnessed Mackenzie threatening to crash the car before. This ain't the same dude.
Nope, that's Hench.
Okay, this is a different dude.
I have no idea who this guy is.
I can see why you get him confused. Hench, Hunch, yeah.
Yes, Hench.
My bad.
So that's Christopher Hench. He's another one. He's a real piece of work. I dug into him too, but no, this guy I have no idea who this guy is. No idea. But I know his name is Scott Hutchinson, and I know he's from Strongsville.
Okay.
I think this needs to get addressed by the family in a way too, because this has been something that we. Now you're not the only one that there's been threats, and I understand that there is a lot of mourning and list.
So this just says you're a piece of shit. The woman just buried her son, and this is the best you can do. Mackenzie Shirilla is the bitch you should be going after. Hell, I hear she's. Oh. That wasn't nice. Sending her a letter. Maybe you can hook up with her. Oh yeah, go F yourself, you useless bitch. Oh yeah, I wouldn't F with the Russos either if I were you. There's a lot of them, and you really shouldn't be sticking your fat nose in their business. Consider yourself warned. Oh damn.
In YouTube streets, we give the utmost respect to these. We've done this for 10 months of giving the utmost respect, and we always will. But we're not going to tolerate this for you. For you being a journalist, this isn't tolerant. Like, this isn't acceptable.
I'm asking hard questions. I started it.
So you think that Chris, and we're not getting, let's not get there's two Christine Russos. You got the big sister on Hinge, that's Christine Russo, she's a stepsister. Not the daughter of the actual mother, Christine Russo, that's the lawyer. Now, Christine Russo, this is the thing, this is what, to me, debunks everything. Because Mackenzie would have got life, this whole 15 shit wouldn't happen. I think if it was real corrupted, I think that she would have got the full life. It wouldn't be just the 15. But what do you mean you disagree, DBS? Go ahead.
Well, I think they played this perfectly with her defense not using certain things or mentioning certain things, because then it would have been like it would have showed that there was, I guess, some sort of bias. The way they played it with the 15 and all that, and she's going to do at least 30, bro. She's not coming out anytime soon. She's probably going to die for some underlying condition before she even gets to see the board, bro.
Yeah, she's definitely, I mean, based on the law, the way that the law is that, obviously it's a mandatory of 15, but Christine, she had her hands so deep into that. Listening to her police interview, that's all I could see. She knew exactly who Mackenzie's attorney was, and the investigators told her. Like, they told Christine way too much.
Okay, so let me just jump in here real quick. So the reason I think Christine knew the lawyer and stuff is because she's a lawyer. She probably worked with this guy at some point. She probably worked with the judge at some point. She's a lawyer. It would be weird if she didn't know who he was, right?
Much information for something that was being investigated, regardless that she was the mother of the victim. It doesn't matter. She literally said, if you do not charge her as an adult, I'm going to file with the Supreme Court. So she was not giving them an option to charge her as a juvenile, because at the time she was 17, even though she turned 18 in 2 days. But she made a threat in her police interview.
But that's just a request. That's not really you know what I mean?
And this is the thing too, I see what you're saying from the legal side, right? But when it comes from the human side of us, she didn't do nothing wrong in my opinion.
Who, the mom?
Yeah, the mother, I believe, she knew, this is the thing, those text messages between her and Mackenzie show a lot, because they're going back and forth. We've seen that there was already a lot of stuff going on. So for her to go in there, and honestly, I don't want to talk about Angelo, because I don't agree with his charges. That to me, he's a POS. All right, and I'm not gonna, that's a whole other thing. But with the mother, I feel for her, and anytime I think of this case, and anybody that just doesn't understand this case, they should have to repeat, or even like Mackenzie Shirilla, while she's in prison, she should have to repeat what that mother, them screams, bro. Yeah. I can still feel it to this day. I feel it right now. It's like,
I'm horrified that her body cam footage made it on the internet. No mother should ever have to go through that. Yeah. I can't believe that it's still up.
And that's actually what Big Sister on Hinge was unhappy about. That TMZ actually shared that footage, I think.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, it's foul. I don't think it's that. He doesn't look at it.
They never
I want to get to the point of where I'm talking about. So let's see. Let's go further. But if anybody does want to see this, because this was a very interesting interview, go check it out. All right, let's see. So they're talking about convicting her again. All right, let's see.
And they didn't find the shrooms on her. They were in her purse. You can see it in the body cam footage being picked up. I think any.
All right, let me keep going, because I want to show you guys the part that she was talking about. Let's see.
Root? Because she knows it well. It's a very common cut through.
Well, we know. But look at this right here. We have look behind her right here. We know she knows the route.
Yeah, it's the industrial park.
That's the building, right? That's the
we got it. She did DVS. She did a TikTok in front of the building. Not even another distracting driving.
What is this? Before or after? Before or after?
Wow, I don't think I noticed that before, you guys. Well, I think that does go to show that she definitely knew the street and went down the street more than just a few times. I agree with that. Oh, come on. Where is the thing with... Hold on, let's see. So now they're talking about Rosie. Let's see. So they're asking about putting herself in her shoes. Okay, I have.
That talks to me at least twice a week. At least twice. I'm looking at things from 2007 all the way till now, and it's the same pattern over and over again. I have Frank Russo's brother that talks to me at least twice a week. At least twice a week. And just no reason, just tells me all the things, and I'm like, well, I guess I'll look into it, and I look into it, and I'm like, sure as shit. So it's not like I went out and, I'm messaging all these family members like other people are. Like there's a couple creators that are out there, and they're reaching out to Christine, and they're reaching out to Mackenzie, and they're reaching out to, the relatives, and it's like, I no, absolutely not. I'm not doing that. I'm just looking at public records.
Okay, no, it's just, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how, this is my thing, like the relevancy of the case. So how is this going to help us figure out what happened that night? Like what all the stuff would do with their family or whatever. How does it, because even, there's some weird charges too, but go ahead.
So past behavior, like I said, establishes patterns, credibility. It doesn't prove anything by itself, but it can help explain like present actions.
I do agree with that. I always say the best predictor of future behavior is past relevant behavior.
She had a lot of influence on Dominic and his lifestyle. She also tries to dismiss that Mackenzie lived there as a minor. The truth matters. Even in cases people think are already closed, like where, she's already been convicted and there's, the verdict has already happened. Unanswered questions don't stop being important just because the verdict happened. There's consistent patterns with this woman, and she's still an attorney to this day. To this day, still doing the same behavior, and she's still continuing to get away with it.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm just thinking of it. So Keezy, so what do you got planned next?
I mean, I just did another FOIA request. I just got like 150 some odd pages of police reports and incident reports. And then this new video that, I'm trying to get it from, I got some of it from Bubba, but the car that's following Mackenzie after the fact is the same exact car that Dominic's father drives. Like the same exact one. So
what?
I'm still continuing to look into Christine.
Oh, stop it. Oh, that's ridiculous. So she's trying to say that Mackenzie was being chased by Frank. That's a bit much.
These police reports are what I'm really looking into now. There's a lot of domestic. There's a lot of drinking. There's a lot of drugs. This woman calls the police, I'm not even kidding, at least once a week. Since like 2007. She calls them all the time. They have to be sick of her. They have to be.
I ain't gonna lie, you don't have any fear of what you're doing though. I know you got that message from that guy, but has there been other people message? Because dude, I ain't gonna lie, this is crazy. Like I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do this if I honestly. I don't think it's not really a case. Now it's like a subgenre to a case of just drama, right?
No, you can't say that, Plug. She can do whatever the fuck she likes. And honestly, it's a good angle.
What makes you interested? Why are you so interested in that?
Interested in what?
What in?
And just finding all this stuff on, Christine. I understand that you believe that she has some influence on the case, which I disagree because if it was my kid and I'm the lawyer that has like some kind of like pull, that girl is getting life. She ain't getting no 15.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. It may not. What I'm doing, regardless, probably won't change the outcome of what Mackenzie's conviction was. But when I continue, so once any case becomes public, it's everything surrounding the conduct of everybody involved, whether they're the victim or the family, that becomes part of the public record, especially when you're an attorney. And I'm not trying to rewrite Mackenzie's verdict, but examining the parts of the story that don't add up, these details don't make sense to me.
Okay, so this is where I have to jump in. So I agree and disagree. I agree, and this is the thing. I was the victim of a violent crime back when my friend was murdered when we were 29, and I don't think that opened up the door to just look into the past of every person. Like, I talk about Mr. and Mrs. Thierry all the time. Mr. Thierry passed away past August. Oh my gosh, almost a year. But what if he had like a DUI somewhere in his right? Like, why would that be significant? I don't know that he did. I'm just saying, like, what would that have anything to do? Now, the part that I do agree with is, I think it was DBS that said you know, she has the right to report on anybody she wants to. I do agree with that. We have freedom of speech. You can go look anybody you want up now. You guys could go look me up and then do your own YouTube video on me if you wanted to tell whoever you wanted anything. I mean, I'd encourage you to go do so. I don't have anything that interesting, but we have the right to do that, right? But you also have the right to look up and see that I have no record. So there's that too. The other part that I think is the part that, so that was the part that I think was good, you know, okay and not okay. The part that's the gray in the middle is the fact that if what she's saying is true, and if Mrs. Russo calls 911 all the time, and there's drugs and stuff involved, and she's a defense attorney, that might be a problem, having nothing to do with Dom, right? But I also don't think that, I mean, she lost her son. Isn't that a no? I mean, I don't know though. Like, what is it that she's alleged to have done?
And I feel that the public narrative that they gave off was kind of not really complete. I keep looking deeper and I keep finding inconsistencies. That intrigues me. That interests me when I continue to see the same inconsistencies.
I hope he asks her what inconsistencies.
That's the Massachusetts in it. She's fair. That's crazy.
Yeah, I want to know more.
Well, I kind of did this too with Wade Wilson, but not with the victims, more with the people that was around him in the case. Like, he had friends like in the case, and we look deeper, Wade Watch too, but like Tommy and all them. But with the victims, I feel like it's irrelevant. It's gonna go. You're gonna keep going backwards, and now I think you're gonna have like that one dude that messaged you. Now you're gonna have like a whole bunch of people that are not gonna be happy with you. And how do you feel about that?
I don't care. I don't care. If you're upset with what I'm doing, there's something that I'm doing that's bothering you. And to me, that sounds like maybe the truth is coming out and you don't like it. I could care less. If you have to threaten me to save your name, that says a lot about your character. I do not fear these people. I just don't. I just don't. What are you going to do? You're going to take my life, which will put you in a horrible situation. Because taking my life for just...
If you have echoing, J-Lo, drop out and then come back in. It should have gotten fixed. Let me know if it isn't fixed. And what's up, Truth, my girl? I missed you. I didn't know where you were tonight. So, yeah. So what do you guys think about what she's saying here?
Discussing something that's very public and trying to get answers to questions that are unanswered. If that bothers you, you've got bigger problems.
Is it victim shame?
Oh, you guys are hearing echo? Well, I don't want that. Let me lower my mic and see if that works. Let me know if that worked. I just lowered my mic. I wonder if I put headphones in, if that would work. Because I definitely don't want an echo. So please let me know. Let's just take a 1-minute break and try to fix the echo. Because that's annoying. There's sometimes I'll go back, like, just to scroll through to listen to certain things to see, like, you know, how bad the fan is, like, all that stuff. And that would drive me crazy. So, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, let me know about the echo. Alright, I'm going to connect this. And then, let me see if I could hear it.
Amy.
Is it victim shaming?
That's what the chat's saying. They're going off right now.
Oh, I hear it all the time.
Well, that's the thing. Like, yeah. Well, it's like, I guess it depends on, that's why I asked you earlier about the law thing. It depends on who's saying it. If someone comes up here and they're journalists and they...
Idea. If it is too echoey, I could always take my mic out altogether and just go through my computer, but I don't know how that's going to make me sound. So let me know if you guys are still hearing the echo, because that is quite annoying. And then let me see what you guys say. Hi Trina. Oh, what she was sitting on? I don't know. Oh, that does look pretty cool though. Is that like a... Oh my god, Truth, I see what you're saying. You guys, what is she sitting on? Why does it look like the couch is sideways? Good pickup. Alright, you said it's been small echo but really loud. Oh, the video is super loud. Okay. Let's try this. Alright, let's try this, you guys, and then tell me how this sounds.
No, because the Flanic, they're another one. They don't, I don't want to say they don't do anything interesting, but like they don't. there's no, they don't have ties. They don't. She's been trying to do this for years. You have people saying, you don't know what you're doing with, you're messing with the Russos. Do you know how many Russos I went to school with?
Oh my god, you guys, hopefully that's better. I just put in my headphones, let me know. But this Task Swifty fan says, Lady, I have all the FOIA documents, phone calls, text messages, etc. You're digging into the victim's family backgrounds and putting all their business out there. That isn't even part of this. You're disgusting. Wow. Wow. Wow, that's crazy. Hopefully this sounds better, you guys. Let me know. When you say we can't hear it, are you talking about the echo, or are you talking about... Oh, there's no sound? Oh my god, you guys. Hold on. Alright, let me try this. I'm going to turn off my Bluetooth.
There's someone going on there because Carmine Jr. just got sentenced to prison for doing all that fraudulent COVID fund stuff. So I was like, well, maybe I'll dig into that, but I keep finding that she's a shitty lawyer and continuing to make a mockery of the justice system. And that's what I have a problem with, because she's taking advantage of her power. Like I was saying it before, she has two ex-boyfriends that are mysteriously dead. And on one of the death certificates, it says cause of death and manner of death unknown. Still to this day. And then the other boyfriend died of an overdose that happened in her office.
Damn.
How are you gonna have two boyfriends back to back die?
Oh, wait a minute. It's echoing bad. It said Keezy wasn't echoing, only they were, but now she is. I don't know what's happening, and that sucks because I really wanted to show you this. Wait, maybe if I redo it. Let me try to redo this because that was just crazy what she just said. Alright, let's see. Let's try this one more time. Fingers crossed. You don't want to stop, just let it echo. It's not you. You don't have a black cloud. It's me, cuz I'm the one with the black cloud, not you. I promise. But you guys, this Keezy person just said that Miss Russo had 2 boyfriends that passed away back to back, and that the one is they didn't know what it was from, and the other one was a rug overdose. Is that what she just said? I have to rewind that.
She's taking advantage of her power. Like I was saying it before. She has 2 ex-boyfriends that are mysteriously dead, and on one of the death certificates it says cause of death and manner of death unknown.
Unknown.
Still to this day. And then the other boyfriend died of an overdose that happened in her office.
Damn.
How are you gonna have 2 boyfriends back to back die?
Wow, that's crazy. Is that any better? I just lowered it a little bit.
Ashton Kutcher has like 4 girlfriends. It's coincidences.
Ashton Kutcher. Coincidence. That's a good pattern. That's what I see as a pattern. I don't think so. She also dates men that are like very young.
So if this was the Shirillas, I would be like, okay, then we have the line of, but Dom was an innocent soul. I mean, so what if he sold some weed? So what if he sold? Okay, well, now you're really victim shaming.
He wasn't though. So just because somebody is dead doesn't mean that what happened that surrounds them is like exact. Like Frank's dad.
Okay, that's echoing way too much. I just listened to it on my phone when I had this paused. I don't know what's happening and why it's echoing and how I get it to stop. That's so strange, you guys. I'm trying to think, what am I doing? Alright, hold on. What does Ryan always say? I have to be 10% smarter. So let's go to sound. And let's be 10% smarter. Alright, let's see. No, now you can't hear it. Hold on. That wasn't good. We weren't able to hear it after that. Hold on, let's see. We weren't able to hear it there. Let's see. Microphone. The volume. Let's see, I'm going to troubleshoot and see what happens. It says more sound settings. Oh, here we go. Oh, wait a minute. It might be... Wait, when Windows detects communication activity. Alright, let's see what happens with this. I don't know what's going to happen, but let's see. Let's see. Here goes nothing.
Reason that he is the way he is. Like, Frank is his plug. That is who his plug is. Dominic's plug was his dad. Doing it, or whether it was somebody else that did it.
Oh, no.
They were in that lifestyle.
Wow.
That's terrible. What in the hell is going on? Was it like this whole time? Because that would suck. I don't even know what's happening. Like, why that's happening. You guys, that's like pretty bad. Alright, let me try one other thing. I don't think this is going to be it. Oh, wait, hold on. Alright, hold on, we're going to test this. Hello, 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 hello. Okay. I don't know, you guys. But I don't want to do that because that sounded horrible. I have no idea what that was about. I don't even know what to do to fix it. There's one other thing I could try. Alright, hold on. Let me try one other thing. But I don't think it's my microphone, so, but let's hold on and see what happens.
Christine used Mackenzie as a runner too, and she knows it.
I mean, you are saying some things. This is what I was saying, bro.
Yeah, I don't even know if you guys could hear me. Can you hear me? You are muted when the videos are playing. I think you usually do mute when the videos play. I do. Can I mute my mic? So let me see what happens when I play the video like this.
But wait, who gives a shit about weed? Like, it's not weed.
You can't take away from what you said.
We haven't seen it anymore.
Is it still a problem?
We've seen weed and some shrooms. We haven't seen
So you can see I have it in text messages too. And I also have it confirmed.
Okay, so I took my mic out and you guys said that you could hear me, which is good. But now you just have to tell me if there was still an echo. And then I'll know. Still echoing. Shut up. Ah! What could it be? Alright, this is my last thing I could try. And then if not, you guys, I don't even think that it's worth listening to. Let me try this. Alright, let's try this one more time. Ooh, what just happened? Thank you, Colleen! You guys, I can't believe how bad this echo is. It's like terrible. Alright, let's try this one last time and see what happens. I don't even know what the problem is. Usually I'm able to fix it.
So how do you feel about the case in general? Do you feel like Mackenzie Shirilla is guilty of the crime that she committed?
So I think she's guilty of the crime that she committed. I don't necessarily agree with the murder one charges that she got.
No! You guys. Okay, so let's do this. Ready? Since that's not going to work right now, and we're not doing echoing. It's just not happening. I apologize. I love you guys. Thank you, Joanne, my queen. Let's try TikTok. And let me tell you why. Do I have it playing on more than one tab? I don't, which is why I'm so confused. The only thing I could think of, Cuff You, is that it's somehow connecting to the other channel, maybe, but I usually would have two live stream things up here, and I don't see two of them. I mean, you didn't mess anything up, JLo. This was not you. I'm just trying to think of how I get it to stop. And the only other thing, so we're going to try TikTok. If TikTok don't work, then I mean, I could always stop it and restart and see if if it's because logged in from two separate YouTubes, but we did this before and it was fine, so that's just weird. But let's see. We're gonna log in and we're gonna look up, what was that girl's name? Wait, I have it right here. Her name is Keezy. Was it like this earlier? Was there an issue? Like, what the heck happened? It has to be me, not you guys. Alright, Keezy and Mackenzie. And Mackenzie Shirilla. Alright, I found her.
I have a question.
Alright, let's see if we connect to her from here. If this one's different. If it is, good. If not, I don't know. Let's try this.
Question. What are those?
What are those?
Those look new. Never seen them.
Never seen them.
Did you buy them specifically for the event? Big sister on hinges, big sister stepping and then Gucci. Also, would that count as a
Okay, you guys, it's not working. I don't know if it's from, I don't know what it's from. Was it doing it this whole time? So what I'm going to do is this. I know I have to be 10% smarter and it's just not happening today. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to end the live on this one because I don't want it to sound shitty. And text sucks, right? But I'm going to go back and try to listen to see where I went wrong. I'm not really tired yet. It's only 1:30 and I'm down the shore. And I mean, I don't really have anything that I have to be up for. So if I figure it out within the next 10-15 minutes, I'll go back live again. And if anybody's awake and you just want to listen in and listen to some Mackenzie Shirilla shit with me, you can come join me. Cuff, you said come back. Alright, don't take your nighttime meds yet, Cuff you. Give me like 5-10 minutes to see if I could get it back on. Either way, I'll try to come back up to let you know either way. Oh, you guys said you'll be back. Alright, so let's take a bathroom break. Everybody go get a bathroom break. Go get yourself a snack. What kind of snack are you going to go get? I want popcorn. I don't know why. Popcorn's like my go-to snack and ice cream. They're my two faves. But yeah. And my mods. I couldn't do this without you. And guess what, mods? I had for all of you guys, the reason fruit snacks, that's a good one. The reason I haven't been here in a few days is because, like many of you, my mental health just has been a little bit under the weather. So I am human like everybody else, obviously. And I know that the past few days it was easier for me to have YouTube on and just listen to other stuff on YouTube as opposed to trying to put stuff together. I don't know. Wait, ready? Real quick. I need Truth Exposed to cover her ears. You guys, I think I'm going through perimenopause. And I told Truth to cover her ears because she's been telling me this for about a year. And I told her to go F herself for like a year. So, but I think she's right. That's the only thing I could think of that's making me so freaking emotional. But there's other real big things going too. But mental health has been really hard for me lately. And J-Lo, I know it has been for you too. So thank you for sharing that. Being down does suck. But I have you guys, and I think about it, and I'm like, how many people have the fortune to just log on? And I have to be honest with you guys, like, Cuff You really is a huge driving force behind this because she'll text me and give me boost, like, I don't know that I would have had the oomph to do this tonight if Cuff You didn't, like, light a fire under my ass. So thank you for doing that, Cuff You. I appreciate you. But I appreciate all of you. There's like 24 of you in here, so please check back in about 5-10 minutes. I'm going to try to fix the audio. And if I did it, I'll be back in a few minutes. If not, maybe I put up Joanne, my queen. Thank you for my floating hearts. I love that. Thank you so much. I do appreciate you. But I'm going to go check it out. And if I can't figure it out, I'll post something. How about that? But either way, you should get a notification, especially if you're subbed up. So if you're not, make sure you hit sub so that you get my notification in a few minutes. But until then, you guys, hang tight. Go get your snack. Go get your fruit snacks. Get your pina colada. I said pina colada. Who's drinking a pina colada? If somebody is, I'm definitely impressed. But that was probably a weird drink to say. Anyway, go get yourself a glass of wine and come on back. I'll be right back. Thank you guys. I do appreciate you. I am so blessed to have each and every one of you. I appreciate you. Come back in a few minutes. I'm going to fix the audio.